I'm sorry I'm late. The bakery at the grocery store didn't have the muffins you wanted, so I had to go all the way to the other farther one. I'm on my way home now, so I'll be there in a little bit.
Oh, those muffins. I don't need them for tonight anymore.
Huh?
Oh, and Allison, I need you to be outside tonight.
Outside? You mean you want me to sleep outside again tonight?
Well, we have no choice. Pookie messaged me out of the blue and said he wanted to see me tonight. If you're here, you're just going to be in the way. So you're sleeping outside tonight, like usual when he comes over.
Okay, what about dinner?
Don't worry about it. If you miss a day here and there, it's no big deal. Oh, and I'm going to eat those muffins tomorrow, so make sure you don't touch them tonight. If you eat any of them, you'll be sorry. I swear if there's even a single bite out of one.
I understand.
You made sure all your things are hidden in the closet, right?
Oh, I think I might have left my homework out.
What? I told you to make sure all your stuff stays hidden at all times. You know Pookie can come over at any time.
I'm sorry. Starting tomorrow, I'll make sure I'm more careful about it.
Honestly, girl, you can't remember anything you're told, can you? Do you understand how important this is to us? If Pookie leaves me, we won't be able to keep on living. He's supporting me only because I'm such a beautiful woman, and men will do anything for a prize catch like me. That's why he's giving me money every month for food and rent and other stuff.
I know.
If he knew I had a daughter like you, he'd dump me in an instant and we'd be out on the street. That's why you have to make sure there's not a trace of you left around the house. I told you before, didn't I? Say it. Tell me what I told you.
I'm nothing but air. I'll never get in the way of you and your boyfriends. I'm a useless child that you don't need.
That's right. And if you understand, then make sure you don't come back here until Pookie has left for work tomorrow morning.
Okay. Grandma, is it okay if I go to your house now?
It's the middle of the night. What's going on?
I'm sorry, but I can't take it anymore. I don't want to bother you. I'm sorry.
You can't take it anymore? What do you mean? Are you talking about your mother? Allison, you're not bothering me. Where are you right now?
I'm in the parking lot beside our apartment building.
The parking lot? At this time of night in this cold? Where's your mother?
Mom's in the apartment with her boyfriend.
Huh?
Grandma, please help me. Every time her boyfriend comes over, she kicks me out of the house. I didn't want to bother you, but I just can't take it anymore. Honestly, I've reached my limit. Every day it's something with her I hate it. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the only one who hates their life. I'm sorry for bothering you. I really am. It's the only thing I seem to do, just bother people. I'm sorry.
Allison, what do you think a grandmother is? We're family. If you need help, you're definitely not bothering me. That's what family is here for.
But I wonder if it's okay.
Of course it's okay. Family is supposed to be there to help you when you're in need. In fact, I should be the one thanking you. Thank you for turning to me in your time of need.
No, thank you. I really mean it.
Let's talk about everything when you're safe and sound. As for now, we're heading over to get you.
Huh? No, don't worry. I said I would go over to your place.
Don't be ridiculous. Your grandpa and I are already on our way over there.
What? Already?
Don't wait outside either. Wait for us inside the building where it's warmer, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Grandma.
Allison, everything's going to be fine. You just leave your mother to me. I'll deal with her. What do you want calling me at this hour? Stop bothering me! What do you mean, what do I want? Answer your phone when I call you.
I can't. I'm busy right now.
Busy? You made your daughter sleep outside while your boyfriend's over for the night. What part of that makes you busy?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Allison, she messaged me asking me for help.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm sorry she's causing you so much trouble. Just ignore her. That's what I do. She'll be fine on her own.
How dare you say that? She's not going to be fine on her own. What the heck is going on in your head? That girl is still just a child. She's only 15 years old. Don't worry, I said it's okay. That means none of this has anything to do with you. Nothing to do with me. Look, it's not like we've even spoken to each other in the past few years. That's because every time you come over to my place, or I call you on the phone, you start begging me for money. At first, we thought it must have been because things were really tough for you. That's why we gave you money the first couple times. But all you did with that money was buy new clothes, new shoes, and new bags for yourself. And all of them were brand items, too. That's why we stopped giving you money, and we got sick of having to turn you down all the time. That's why we just stopped answering the phone when you called, and we stopped going to your place. You're the reason we haven't been keeping in touch. Oh, God, and nothing has changed these past few years. You're as annoying as ever. So, let me guess, is Allison with you now? Yes, we're taking care of her now. She's going to be living with us from now on. Huh? Really? Is that okay? Oh, I'm so happy you've made my day. This is the best news ever. You're her mother. Don't you feel any responsibility for her? No. Recently, she's been doing nothing but getting in my way. If you want to take her away, it'll help me out so much. She's completely useless to me anyway. There's no reason to have her around the house. Are you seriously going to take her? I hope you're not kidding about this. You think she's useless? Are you out of your mind? Huh? How do you think she was able to contact us today? She texted my cell phone. I know you've never given her my cell phone number. So? That girl. She can remember anything and everything. She remembers the names and faces of everyone she meets. What? She has an amazing memory. Even her teachers have said that. She's never once scored less than 90% on a test. And you know it's not because she's home studying all the time, because you're always kicking her out. Actually, you probably wouldn't know. I doubt you've ever gone to a parent-teacher night. That girl has an amazing talent. She's a genius. It's really nothing special. Anyone can remember things if they really try. Anyway, I really don't care one way or the other. If Pookie and I can live together without her, that's all I care about. Oh yeah, about that Pookie of yours. His real name is Mark Alvarez, isn't it? What? How do you know that? Allison saw his phone number show up on your cell phone once when it displayed an incoming call. When you answered the phone, she knew it was your Pookie. She remembered that number this whole time, so we just did a reverse lookup on it. Oh, and your Pookie just received a call, didn't he? Huh? I don't know, he's in a different room right now. He's talking on the phone right now. He's talking to Allison right now. What? What's going on? Up till now, you've been saying that you can't live without him. You've said it so that Allison actually started believing you. So what? Well, I told Allison the truth. And I told her since she's going to be living with us from now on, she doesn't have to hold back anymore. I told her to do whatever she wants, so she immediately contacted Mark. You didn't hear him talking on the phone in the other room? Allison was so elegant and polite talking to him on the phone. She carefully explained everything to him. I'm so proud of her. She's matured so much. What do you mean? I mean she told Mark everything. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, why don't you just ask Mark? He's in your bedroom right now, isn't he? Allison, where are you? Get your butt back here right now.
No, Grandma and Grandpa are making some delicious food right now with muffins for dessert.
I don't care. Do you have any idea what you did to me? You destroyed my life tonight. Get back here right now.
Why?
What?
I'm living with Grandma and Grandpa now. I'm their child now. I'm not living with you ever again, so I'm never going back to that place.
You can't say no to me. Did you forget who gave birth to you? You're mine.
I never asked you to give birth to me. And with how you've been treating me, I wish you never had. I've been wishing that for a long time now, but I'm here anyway. But I'm not going to live with you. I'm living my own life from now on, and I don't want you in it.
How dare you go against your own mother?
You've never loved me anyway. Daddy was the only one who ever did anything for me, and he was the only one who ever played with me. But he died, and now I can never see him again. I hated living with you. It was terrible without Dad around. That's why I'm never going back there. Goodbye.
Do you think I'm going to let you get away with this? And what about all your stuff, huh? It's all still at the apartment. If you don't come back for it, I'm gonna burn it all. That includes the sweater Daddy bought you before he died, the one that means so much to you.
Don't worry about it. Your boyfriend is bringing me everything that I wanted from that house.
What?
He had no idea you had a child. He was so upset when he found out. He couldn't stop apologizing to me for what you did while he was around. I told him not to worry about it as long as he brings me all my stuff. He said that'd be no problem because he has a pickup truck. Not that I have much stuff anyway. I told him all about the closet you made me keep my stuff hidden away in. Oh, I just heard he kicked you out of the apartment anyway, didn't he? Oh, I think you can go back into the apartment now. Your boyfriend's not there. He just messaged me and said he's on his way here with all my stuff in his truck.
What? I'm gonna go check. I can't believe this. You're right. All your stuff is gone. He took everything of yours, not just the stuff in the closet. And your bags and your coats. We wear the same size. How did he know they were yours? Even the money I had just withdrawn to pay this month's rent, it's gone too. What am I supposed to do? This is all your fault. Because of you, we won't be able to live anymore.
No, just you. I mean, the person who won't be able to live, it's just you.
Huh?
And it's because you've always relied on other people to give you money. I always thought you should have gotten a job and tried to support yourself. Now you can finally try it. Isn't that great?
Allison! I have just one thing I want you to do for me. Please, just one thing. Talk to Pookie for me. Ask him to get back together with me. Please, he'll listen to you. If you do that for me, then I'll forgive you. Then you and I can get back together too. That way we won't have to work and we can keep living together. How about that? What do you say? That sounds nice, doesn't it?
No, I want to start working as soon as I can. I don't ever want to end up like you.
How dare you say that about me? I'll never forgive you for this. How can you be the only one coming out of this smelling like roses? I'm going to go into your grandpa's company while he's working and make a huge scene. I'll make him regret taking your side in this.
I doubt that's possible, Mom. Do you even remember where Grandpa works? Oh my God, Grandma just finished making me a huge dinner. It smells so good. I'm gonna block you now. Have fun with your new life. Goodbye.
Allison, wait. Please, don't leave me. You're all I have left.
Don't worry, you'll be fine, remember? You're such a beautiful woman that men will do anything for a prize catch like you. A 43-year-old woman. After that, I lived with my grandma and grandpa at their house. Life there was better than anything I could have ever imagined. Every night I had a warm, soft bed to sleep in, and my meals were hot, fresh, and absolutely delicious. If my mother wasn't the way she was, we probably could have lived like this in a nice apartment the whole time. It's really quite a shame when you think about it. From the rumors I heard, Mark broke up with my mother, and therefore she lost her only source of income. I heard she's working as a day laborer now, doing any odd job or temp position she can find. Apparently when she's not working, she's out hitting on any guy she can find. I guess she hasn't figured out she's not the beautiful young woman she thinks she is. I don't really care. At this point, I don't love my mom, but I also don't hate her either. I have no feelings for her whatsoever. So whatever she does from now on or whatever happens to her, I really don't care. It was because things were so tough living with her that my grandparents came to my rescue. I can't wait until I start working and I'm able to pay them back somehow for everything they've done for me.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.
Hazel, where are you right now?
Huh? Where? It's my women's group meeting today. I'm out with them. We're all meeting today for lunch at an Italian restaurant. Why do you ask?
You're out with friends? I told you Rebecca only had a half day of school today. I told you she was coming home at lunch. I asked you to be home to let her in the house and make lunch for her, didn't I? You said you'd be home. That's why I made a doctor's appointment for today.
Oh, that was today. I'm sorry. It completely slipped my mind.
Rebecca couldn't get in the house because the door was locked. So she was outside crying until one of the neighbors noticed and contacted me. I'm not done with my doctor's appointment, so can you please rush home and get Rebecca?
What are you talking about? You know I can't do that now. We just got sat down at the restaurant. I can't leave now.
But it's your granddaughter. Hazel, please. I'm at the hospital right now. This appointment is important to me. Isn't there any way you can get Rebecca for me?
When we're done eating, I'll go get her. You said the neighbor is with her right now, so she'll be fine for a couple hours. I don't know why you just can't give her a key. She can let herself in and stay by herself for a few hours.
She's only 6. I can't leave her by herself. And it's not the neighbor's job to look after her until you finish eating with your friends. Besides, she has to eat lunch and get ready for her swimming lesson this afternoon. She can't wait until you're done eating.
You're being pretty stubborn about this, aren't you? Besides, you're pregnant right now. You're due soon. A woman as pregnant as you should be at home, not out running around doing whatever she wants. All of this happened because you weren't home, so don't blame me. You made your bed, now you've gotta lie in it.
Oh, I'm at this doctor's appointment because I'm pregnant. You said you'd be there for Rebecca today. Please, just go get her.
I can't. Look, I'll tell you this just so you know. This women's meeting at the restaurant today. I'm doing it for you.
For me?
That's right. These are women from your neighborhood. We have to be nice to them in case something ever happens. It would be terrible if you ever needed help and none of your neighbors liked you enough to help you out. It's called building rapport. I'm doing this for your benefit. Trust me, I know you're not good at talking to people. You should be thanking me right now for doing this for you. It's rude for me to be using my cell phone right now, so I'm turning it off. So don't message me anymore. Paige, are you there? I know this is a little sudden, but we're going camping tomorrow.
Pardon me?
I'm having lunch with my sister and her husband right now. They said they went not long ago. You know, to that new campsite that just opened up.
New campsite? You mean that one in the next city?
Yeah, that one. My sister said it was fantastic. When she told me, I just had to make reservations. I couldn't help myself.
I see. But I'm sorry, we can't go. The baby is due any time now. I want to stay in town close to the hospital.
Who cares if your baby is due soon? Pregnancy isn't a sickness. Don't use your pregnancy as an excuse to sit at home and do nothing all day. Andy will drive us. I know my son's a good driver. You trust your husband's driving, don't you?
It's not that. Driving there isn't the problem. You can go with Andy and Rebecca if you want, just the 3 of you. I'll sit this one out.
No way! I planned this as a family trip. Me and my son's family. If you're not there, there's no point in going. Besides, I made the reservation for 4 people, and since it was last minute, I can't get my money back. So stop packing. We're going camping!
Hazel, please answer your phone. You have to come back and get me. You can't leave me behind at a coffee shop like this.
Well, we had no choice, did we? You were complaining the whole time that you didn't want to go. I wasn't going to listen to that for 2 days straight. Ugh. Besides, we're getting on the highway now anyway. Coming back to pick you up would just be a pain. You can walk home or call a taxi.
You did that right in front of Rebecca, too. She was yelling for you to stop hurting Mommy. And I saw her crying, looking out the back window as you drove off. If this incident causes her trauma, are you going to take responsibility for that? You pulled me out of the house against my will and put me in the car. Rebecca was crying when you did that too. And then we go only about 20 miles away. You stop in a coffee shop parking lot and you pull me out of the car and drive off? You know how small I am compared to you. I couldn't fight back even if I wasn't 9 months pregnant. It's not even how bad all that is. It's that Andy didn't even try to stop you. Both of you must be crazy.
We're just teaching you a lesson. You need to learn manners.
Manners?
Yes. It appears your parents didn't raise you very well, did they? If they're not going to teach you, I'll just have to do it myself. You need to learn to respect your elders.
Hazel, this isn't about me respecting or not respecting my elders. What do you think a pregnant mother's first priority is? It's to protect her baby. It's to avoid anything that might not be good for her baby. You have a son. You know this, right? What would I do if I went into labor or something happened to me out in the middle of nowhere? There's no hospital anywhere near that campsite. That's why I didn't want to go.
How many times are you going to say that? Take responsibility for your own actions. If something happened to you or your baby at the camp, it wouldn't be the campsite's fault, and it wouldn't be mine. It would be your own fault. This has nothing to do with us, so it shouldn't affect our lives. The only reason you didn't want to come on this trip is because you don't think you're a good mother. You don't think you can protect your kids properly, do you? If you're not confident you can protect your own kids, that says to me that you're just not a good mother.
You've got it wrong. Being able or not able to protect them is one thing. But what a mother should do first is to not expose her children to danger in the first place. And the fact that Andy went along with your plan to abandon me just proves to me that he's a useless husband. And he's left me no choice.
Did you just call my son a useless husband?
Are you telling me he's not?
I can't believe you have the nerve to say something like that to me about my own son. Your parents did raise you poorly. They must have been really overprotective. That's why kids today are so weak and delicate, are scared of the slightest things. I've got it. I know what I'm going to do about you. I'm going to tell everyone in the neighborhood that you're a terrible wife. Yep, that's it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Huh?
Well, it's true, isn't it? You're against anything Andy or I say. You don't respect your elders or your husband. You even speak poorly about your husband. I'm gonna show them the text where you said he's a useless husband. Soon, no one in the neighborhood will like you, and it'll all be your own fault. That's what you get. Yup, you're gonna have a miserable time living in that neighborhood from now on.
Well, I suppose you guys should be arriving at the campsite soon, huh?
Huh?
You've arrived at the campsite entrance, haven't you?
Well, yes. We're coming up to the parking area soon. It's such a beautiful area, and I hear the view is even better when you get in. If you wouldn't have complained so much, you could have been here with us. We could have had a wonderful time together.
No, I don't think we could ever have a wonderful time together. And I know you won't be enjoying your trip now that I'm not there.
Huh? Oh, we've arrived. Don't contact us anymore until we get back. Even if you go into labor, don't message us.
Look behind you.
Huh? Huh? Hey, there's someone behind us that looks a lot like Jeremy.
That's right.
That's right. Why would your father be at a place like this?
About that new campsite, my father owns it.
What? I thought he owned a golf course.
He does, but recently he's expanded into other leisure facilities.
Well, I didn't know that. Wait a minute. He's not letting us through the gate.
Well, of course not. I told my dad everything you did.
What do you mean what I did?
I'm talking about you abandoning a woman 9 months pregnant at a coffee shop and continuing on your vacation without her and left her with no way to get home. I told you I couldn't go camping because my baby was due at any time. What you did was worse than going without me. You dragged me with you just to abandon me? I knew my dad would be angry if he found out I went camping this late in my pregnancy. And I knew he'd get mad at you and Andy for taking me along.
So what? Are you trying to say you were protecting Andy and I from your father?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I know you planned this trip just for a change of pace. That's why I told you to take Andy and Rebecca and go have fun without me. I figured if my dad asked me why my family left me alone, I'd just tell him that I told you guys to go have some fun. I thought that way he couldn't really get angry at anyone. Well, I don't know if that would have worked or not, but you went and did this to me. So I told him everything.
Talk to your father right away. Andy has already gotten out of the car to talk to your father, but he doesn't seem to want to listen. He looks furious. If you speak to him, you can get him to calm down, and all this will be resolved right away. Just tell him we didn't abandon you. Tell him you got out and told us to go ahead without you.
You want me to do what? You made Andy stop the car, and you got out and physically pulled me out of the car against my will.
Paige, come on. It wasn't that bad. It was just a little joke.
And what if I had fallen on my stomach when you pulled me out of the car? If you would have hurt my baby, would you call that a little joke too?
You're so thick-headed. You've got to relax a little and let things go. Otherwise, you'll be miserable your whole life. I'm your mother-in-law, but you're treating me like I'm some random stranger. I'm allowed to do things like that to you. We're related. Look, if you don't talk to your father and get him to calm down about this, I can see there's gonna be bad blood between our families for a long time.
After what you did to me, don't even use the word family when referring to you and me ever again. It gives me goosebumps when you do.
What?
I'm not telling my dad you didn't do what you did. Oh, and tell Andy I'm divorcing him.
Divorce? Oh, you've got to be kidding.
I'm not kidding. He didn't even try to stop you today. How do you think any of us could possibly live together after what happened today? I've had all I can take of you and your useless son.
What are you talking about? You're a mother. You can't get divorced. You have kids. What'll happen to them?
My children? What do you care? You only care about your granddaughter when it's convenient for you. You leave a 6-year-old girl locked outside and go off to eat lunch with your friends. And it's not like Andy cares about his daughter either. He only spends time with her if he's not out drinking with his friends, and if there's no sports on TV. I can raise my children by myself, like I've been doing this whole time anyway. Do you think I need Andy? If you do, you're crazy.
Oh, but a divorce will cause huge problems. Where are we going to live? Andy and I will have no place to live. You wouldn't make us leave.
That's right. You'll have no place to live. That house we're living in now is my dad's. Andy can't touch it in the divorce. And if we're divorced, why on earth would I let him and my ex-mother-in-law keep living with me? So obviously I'll be kicking you two out.
You can't kick us out on such short notice. It's not fair. Are you that heartless? Have you forgotten all the things I've done for you?
I remember all the things you've done to me, but I can't think of anything you've ever done for me. So how's it going with my useless husband?
Well, he still hasn't come back to the car yet.
Maybe you can't see from the car, but he's down on his knees begging right now. Why don't you try getting out and talking to my dad? I'm sure he'll love to speak to you too.
Huh? I'm not going over there. Please, Paige, do something. I apologize for everything I've done in the past. I'm sorry. Your dad just came over to the car and took the keys out. He said he's taking Rebecca back with him, and he told me and Andy never to go back to that house of his. What are we supposed to do now? He took the keys. We can't drive back.
I think you should take responsibility for what you've done. Isn't that what you always tell me to do? Look on the bright side. You're much better at communicating than I am. I'm sure you've got lots of friends to help you out, right? Why don't you get them to help you out this time? You know, all of those friends from your women's group. After I called my dad, he had one of the campsite staff members pick me up and drive me back to my house. After speaking to them at the campsite, my dad made Andy and my mother-in-law leave the camp property, and he brought my daughter Rebecca back safely to the house. Rebecca was so happy to see me that she started crying, and I did too. We both cried as we hugged. Somehow, Andy and his mother eventually made it back to the house, even without the car they drove up in. They both begged me to forgive them and to let them back into the house. But after what they did, neither me nor my father would allow them back into the house. Andy also begged me not to divorce him, and he fought it every step of the way. But even he couldn't bear being the target of my father's anger. So Andy finally gave in, and we finalized the divorce. Since my father and I had kicked them out, they didn't have a place to live. I heard they were staying in a cheap, run-down motel for a while, up until the divorce was finalized. As for where they are right now, though, I don't know. There's a rumor going around that there are 2 homeless people who set up camp down by the river, though. As for me, I gave birth to a healthy baby boy. For now, I've moved back in with my parents, so they can help me take care of the new baby. Now that I think about it, raising a newborn baby and an elementary school student is a little much for just one person. But just thinking about having that useless husband or that useless mother-in-law around would be 100 times worse. That's why I'm so happy my parents were there to save me from them and help me out now. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time.